Hi, this is Ann with some homeschooling help for this week. One of the best ways we can help our children change the world is by helping them discover the Father's will for their lives. In other words, what talents and abilities did He give them for the purpose of changing the world? Talents and abilities aren't given to children so that the world will revolve around them. No way. We need to help our children learn humility. They wouldn't have hands if the Creator hadn't given them hands. They wouldn't have a voice if the Creator hadn't given it to them. They wouldn't have artistic ability if the Creator hadn't given it to them. Without the Creator, they would have nothing. But beyond this, the way to thank the Creator for what He has done is to use our talents and abilities to serve others. Why? Because we were created to use our gifts for His kingdom. And as we all know, the two most important jobs we have are to love Yehovah with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength. And secondly, we are to love others as ourselves. Anything we have been given is to be used for others. In 2 Corinthians 1:3, we even read that our problems, our sufferings, and our tribulations are given so that we can comfort others. It really is true that if we want to change the world, we have to get the right perspective on why we're even here on the earth at this time. There's a purpose for our lives, and that is to love and bless and help and comfort and strengthen others. And we have to teach this to our children. Romans 12:6 says that we are to use the gifts that He has given us, not let them lie dormant. It says, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, let us use them. If prophecy, let us prophesy in proportion to our faith. Or ministry, let us use it in our ministering. He who teaches, in teaching. He who exhorts, in exhortation. He who gives, with liberality. He who leads, with diligence. He who shows mercy, with cheerfulness. As parents, this starts by helping our children identify their gifts. The Bible is full of examples of God's people using the gifts He's given them to bless others. This list includes artistry, architecture, administration, baking, boat making, debating, designing, embalming, embroidery, engraving, farming, fishing, gardening, leading, managing, masonry, making music, making weapons, needlework, painting, sailing, selling, being a soldier, tailoring, teaching, writing literature and poetry, and there are many more. Hebrews 10:24 says, let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works. To consider means to think about, to invent, and to plan out. And as 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, all these gifts are to be done for the glory of God. He gave you and your children unique abilities, interests, talents, gifts, personalities, and life experiences for this very reason. Each child has unique spiritual gifts. You can read more about these in 1 Corinthians 12, Romans 12, and Ephesians 4. Teach your children about all of the spiritual gifts and then help guide them into the specific ones with which they are gifted. Each child also has a unique passion. Things that bother him, things that excite him, things that make him cry, things that move him to action. Help him notice the patterns in these and help him funnel that passion into godly behavior. Each child has unique abilities. These are natural talents and they are always given by God. In Exodus 31:3, we read that the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, gives skill, ability, and knowledge in all kinds of craft. Teach your child that doing things with excellence, with all his might for the glory of God, is an evidence of being filled with the Spirit. Sloppy work done carelessly, half-heartedly, what then is this an evidence of? Each child also has a unique personality. Two people might have the same gift of teaching, but if one is introverted and the other is extroverted, can you imagine how that gift might be expressed differently? And each child has unique life experiences. A child that has undergone 2 heart surgeries, or divorce, or moving to another country, or planting a large garden each summer, or helping care for an elderly grandmother. These life experiences each mold and shape a child for the rest of his or her life. How can we say that the Father did not allow for these experiences, even the bad ones, knowing that they would shape the child to be exactly what He planned? Paul Fisher, the creator of VeggieTales and the voice of Bob the Tomato, once said, "There is no happier place than the intersection of God's will and your giftedness." As a parent, it is your privilege and blessing to guide your children to this place on their road.